Hello, everyone. Welcome again to Commander's Pod. I'm your Podfather.
And I'm Jeff.
And today we are going to talk about, wait, that works? Or maybe it doesn't. Like things that people don't realize work the way.
So you want them to wait, and the segment is that works? Or is the segment wait that works?
The segment is wait, that works.
Okay, because we were all confused.
But you had to wait for the that works.
Yeah, well, we
it
were
was a
dramatic pause.
Yeah. And we'll also have some Aggro Jeff, right?
Yeah.
And I have a that doesn't do what you think it does, which is kind of a
Perfect.
wait what.
Yeah.
So Aggro Jeff, what's aggravating you?
You know those candles that relight? So they're the ones that go on like birthday cakes, and you blow them out, and then they relight.
Yeah.
So you guys will know my son Jaden because he's been on an episode and been talked about many times, and he kind of rules at his own pace. So like, you know, he's one of those guys that will play a video game and then be like, well, I wonder what happens if you die here over and over again, or what's in this book, I'm going to read it in the video game. So he has these candles that we put on the cake, and he thinks it's hilarious that they're relighting. So it probably took 15 minutes for him to blow out his candles. The candles were down to this high off the cake when I was like, all right, enough. Like, we cannot, you're literally spitting all over the cake too.
And all the wax is going somewhere.
Oh yeah, the wax is going to the cake, and you, when you blow candles out, you spit sometimes. There's nothing you can do about it. So if they keep relighting, you're just like peppering the top of this ice cream cake with just spit. He loved it. I hate them. Never again. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, hey.
He thought it was hilarious.
I don't think he would think it's an aggro moment.
No, he literally said, Dad, this is going to be on Aggro Jeff, isn't it? And I was like, yes, son, it is.
He called it. So that doesn't do what you think it does.
Yeah.
So this is a card that I've mentioned before. It's one of my pet cards.
Okay.
It was a card of the day at one time, I'm pretty sure. Urtai's Meddling, X and a blue for what they called an interrupt. It's an instant.
Right.
When target
Old school wording.
Yep. When target spell is successfully cast, put X delay counters on it. X cannot be 0. During each upkeep of that spell's caster, remove a delay counter from that spell. If the spell has no delay counters on it, it resolves. So this is even directed at me. This doesn't do what I thought it did.
Okay.
It's better. You think delay counters, it gains suspend, so it's now suspended. You remove a delay counter. When it's 0, it casts.
Right. It just happens when it's 0. Is that what you're saying?
Suspend is it casts when the last counter is removed.
And now it can be countered at that point or anything else.
Right. So it can still be countered at that point, but it continues casting. It doesn't cast. This does not give it suspend. At no point does it say it gives it suspend. This is its own mechanic. It removes it from the stack exactly as is, and you put delay counters on it, and when those delay counters come off, it comes back on the stack exactly like it was. How this is different is if it was targeting a creature, and that creature has been flickered or is no longer there, you can't select new targets.
Right.
The target has already been selected for the spell, unlike suspend,
which you
would cast
the whole thing at the end.
Yeah.
So you cast everything you're doing up front, and it just delays it, which makes sense. That's what it's called.
Right. Well, it's called Urtai's Meddling, but they said
it delay counters, right. So, all right, and so how's that better?
So it's better because when somebody gets to cast something new, they can choose new targets.
Yeah. But
you can't.
Why is that better?
Because they... So let's say you cast a Swords of Plowshares targeting my commander, right?
Yeah.
So if during that time, let's say my commander was one that says I can pay a certain cost and exile it and flip it.
Sure.
Well, it's now a new permanent.
Right, so it's not there.
It's not there. With Suspend, if that Swords of Plowshares got recast, you can now select my commander or anything else you want to remove.
Right.
With this, you cannot.
How is that better?
It's better. The Urtai's Meddling is better, is what I'm saying. It's not better for the person whose card was Urtai's Meddlinged. It was better for the person casting Urtai's Meddling.
Okay.
Because the person does not get to rechoose their targets. They do not get to cast it as a new spell. It is exactly like it was on the stack.
I mean, you're gonna have to. You're going deep in the bin if you're playing that card. I think.
No.
You're
No,
deep in
because
the control bin.
Well, okay, maybe. But this is what I talk about when I say people need to play things to get around, can't be countered. This gets around, can't be countered.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess.
No, not you guess. It
It does get around it, but whether you need to go that far in the bin to get around counter, I don't know.
I mean, it depends on your.
Just make them have it.
But-
Keep playing
But my
stuff.
point is, the card was good before. It's even better now.
Yeah.
To me.
And it's interesting because if you're someone who likes to be the table scientist, this is good because you get to explain all that weird stuff to
Yeah.
someone.
And you get
And
to-
I would stop listening and play on my phone.
When you get to let them, when it comes back, just let them themselves go, okay, well, now I'm targeting that. No, you're not. How are you doing that?
And I would just be like, oh, okay, if you say so.
Yeah, you're like, I really don't care.
But did you hear this news thing on it? So, yeah.
All right, so for the weight, that works. Or
Yeah.
doesn't. So,
This is really should be called Embarrass Jeff segment.
yeah, that's what we're going to try.
Which are a lot of our
and
segments.
I think you're going to figure most of these out.
Okay, well,
So,
that's
I
good.
am
Let's
going
start
to
with
give-
a high thing. That way we can be let down
I'm going to
easily.
give some cards. I'm going to read what they do.
Okay.
Then I'm going to hand them to you one by one.
Yeah.
And then you can have them together at the end. And you're going to tell me what the gimmick is here.
And our listeners out there can
And they-
show how much smarter they are
Don't
than me.
overthink it. Most of these are not super complicated. It's just cool.
I don't think there was ever a chance of me overthinking.
Okay. So the first one is Living Death.
Yeah.
You're probably somewhat familiar.
Sure.
3, a black and a black sorcery. Each player exiles all creature cards from their graveyard, then sacrifices all creatures they control, then puts all cards they exiled this way onto the battlefield. Okay? So,
Thank you for making this super. Look at this. So part of you're not going to be able to see. Maybe you could zoom in on this. Look how small this writing is. That I'm supposed to be able to read this card. I'm set up for failure.
I mean, I read it.
Yeah.
So the second
And
part.
you have to do the glasses
Yeah,
thing.
well, that's even more fun for everybody. So the second part of this is Grave Pact. 1, a black, and a black enchantment. Whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature of their choice. So there's both of those.
So
you can have
creature
both.
dies.
Yep. So tell me how those interact together.
Whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature of their choice. So this says each player exiles all creature cards from their graveyard, then sacrifices all creatures. So the creatures are all going to die. However, then put all cards exiled this way onto the battlefield. So I'm assuming it has something to do with timing triggers because you're sacrificing your creatures, and when you sacrifice your creatures, each other player sacrifices a creature of their choice.
Right.
Sacrifices all creatures they control, then puts all cards exiled this way onto the battlefield. Each player exiles all creature cards from their graveyard, then sacrifices all creatures they control. I don't know. Well, how does this trigger?
So let me give you a little hint.
Yeah.
Living Death. Any spell or ability, you have to resolve it, the full paragraph, before you can trigger. Any triggers can come off the stack.
So you're sacrificing all your creatures.
And so are they.
So are they. Then puts all cards they exiled this way onto the battlefield.
Right. So,
Oh, and then they're sacrificing their creatures that they just put on the battlefield?
yes.
Okay.
With all the triggers from all the
Yeah,
stuff that
because
you had
they're
to
then going to
sacrifice.
happen afterwards, so it's a timing issue.
So it's
So
really
they
like
get all the
board wipe.
creatures back, and then they're, yeah.
It's a one-sided board wipe.
So what you're saying is I need to put Living Death into my Aristocrat stack.
Do you already have Grave Pact in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
Okay, I'll just put this over here to the side.
Okay.
And for all of you at home, your Aristocrats deck probably needs that too,
And
if you don't already have it.
this one I thought was fun, and there's many applications of this. But so Sun Titan is the first part of this.
Classic card,
Yep.
doesn't get enough respect.
4, a white and a white, creature giant, 6/6, vigilance. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, you may return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
With that, we have Kaya's Ghost Form, a single black enchantment aura, enchant creature or planeswalker you control. When enchanted permanent dies or is put into exile, return that card to the battlefield under your control. So you have Sun Titan, you put Kaya's Ghost Form on Sun Titan.
Okay.
What does that give you?
Well,
Like
enchant creature or planeswalker you control. When enchanted permanent dies or is put into exile, return that card to the battlefield under your control. So when it returns to the battlefield, it's going to trigger again. So if it dies, it comes back, and then it triggers itself to bring something else back.
to bring
And
back.
Decay is ghost form, so you just keep doing it.
Right. So you can just.
So it's just like extra protection that always comes back.
It's even exile.
Yeah, but still, it's just I mean, it's neat, but I'd rather get a land.
But then when you go and attack,
Yeah.
and you're going to get something else back.
Right.
If somebody tries to remove it, you're going to get it back and
Yeah.
keep being able to recur stuff. But for instance, if you have Ashnod's Altar
Mm-hmm.
and sacrifice it to Ashnod's Altar, that's unlimited.
Sure, you just
Colorless
keep
mana.
doing it, yeah.
It-
Or colored mana if you use the other one.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, there's a lot of applications for it, or you can just have a Sun Titan that you know will always stick around and every attack you're going to get something.
And what's my favorite thing to get back with Sun Titan?
I don't know.
Lands.
Oh, that's true.
Sack lands.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't understand that. They miss the value of Sun Titan because they're like, do I have enough 3-cost creatures or less in my deck? And it's like, you don't need that, dude. Don't worry about that. Just
So,
get lands.
You said lands, so let's go to that one.
Okay.
This one's very simple. I've done this.
Okay.
You've seen me do it, but I just think it's something that people don't think about doing.
Yeah.
So Arid Mesa, so just a sample of a
sack
fetch
land.
land.
Yep.
Land, tap it, pay 1 life, sacrifice this land, search your library for a mountain or plains card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yep.
And then somebody tries to do that.
Also, you couldn't bring real cards. This is ridiculous. You own these cards.
Yeah, but they're in decks.
Yeah, but you couldn't, for the production value, have brought real cards.
I mean, I could have, but I would
This
have
is
to
what
take my
this
deck
is what our wonderful listeners have to put up with. Is
I-
me holding this crappy piece of paper.
I mean, you could have pretended.
Unbelievable.
And then to go to counter that,
Yeah.
stifle, instant counter target activated or triggered ability.
Right. So they don't get a
They
land.
don't get a
Yeah,
land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you have done that to me many times.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, they're super fun for me.
While we're on the topic of lands,
Mm-hmm.
that's not the one. This is the one. So liquid metal coating,
Mm-hmm.
2 mana artifact, 2 of any color. Tap it, target permanent becomes an artifact in addition to its archetypes until
If
end of
they're
turn.
playing this, they're doing something sneaky, by the way.
And to go with that, Splinter, 2 a green and a green, sorcery, exile target artifact, search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for all cards with the same name as that artifact and exile them. Then that player shuffles.
All right, so exile target artifact, search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for all cards with the same name as that artifact and exile them. Oh, lands.
Yeah. So you target somebody's planes
Yeah.
with the liquid metal coating, and then splinter it because it's now an artifact.
Yeah.
And go take all the planes out of their deck.
Yeah, that's super mean.
It is super
Yeah.
mean.
But funny.
It is. You only do that tier 4 or above. I mean, because it's mass land denied.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
If they're a white-only deck, I guess.
Even if they're red-white, even if they're red-white black, you are taking all their planes out of their
I
deck,
just think that's funny, dude.
including
If
dual
you can
lands
do
that
it-
have a basic
If you
land
can
play.
do it, here's my rule. If you can do it, I don't care what bracket you're in, do it, but only do it once.
Okay, so here's something
Don't keep doing it. to
very
people.
interesting.
Yeah.
Pan Glacial Worm.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the one card.
Yeah.
5 a green to green, creature worms, 9/5.
Mm-hmm.
Trample. When you're searching your library, you may cast this card from your library.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it is about that makes it interesting?
I mean, you can cast it for simply searching for a land with Arid Mesa.
True. But what really makes it interesting,
I mean, that's pretty interesting. You get in a 7. Oh, but you have to pay for it.
you
Just
don't.
because you cast it, you still have to pay for
So
it.
that can cause problems
Yeah.
because since it is an ability that you may cast it,
You
Right.
you can do it instant speed.
you can, but people can respond to you being able to may cast it
Yeah.
and can remove some of your mana. Well, now you can't cast it.
I mean, that's pretty hard to do since mana typically taps faster than just about anything else.
But artifacts and, there are
Sure.
ways. There are
Well,
ways.
it's pretty hard, though.
But so the other thing is there's no rules that support that card.
Right,
There's
because
no rules in Magic for casting a card that's being searched.
which is okay because this card sucks. So if you're spending 7 mana to do this,
But-
I'm exerting 0 effort to try to stop you. I'm just going to Sword to Plowshare for 1 mana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just think it's very interesting that it doesn't work by the rules.
No.
It's not tournament legal because it can cause problems because there are no rules.
Oh, this is banned in Commander?
It's not banned in Commander. There's no rules that let that work.
Well, what?
There's no rules that allow that ability to work. So in tabletop Magic or when you're just
weird.
playing with friends,
Yeah.
you can do it,
Yeah.
but the rules technically don't allow it because there's nothing that lets you.
There's
pass
no,
on.
like when you go to the Magic Scryfall or whatever, there's no rules that are listed there? Nothing.
No, because it is not tournament legal, so there's no tournament rules.
You know what would be
And there
interesting?
is no mechanic.
Can we shoot an email over to I can't remember his name. One of the Magic guys,
Like Gavin?
like Gavin. Yeah, Gavin's perfect. And
I
just
mean,
be like, hey,
I don't know that if he'll respond.
are
but
you?
we could
Come
try.
on, try. Let's see.
That'd be
People want to. If he doesn't, driving down there.
So before I do the last one, is there any interactions that you have found throughout your Magic playing that when you found it out, you're just like, why does that work that way?
I mean, I don't tend to do those type of things because I'm not really much of a combo player. But I do remember when I have had things accidentally go infinite many times.
Yeah.
Like you weren't really planning for it, but just the way the cards go. So we all play cards in our deck that typically are like combo cards, like Hangerback Walker or some of the X-Spell ones do that. But
I know there's been times that you've built a deck
yeah,
and you play something and I remember Sloan would usually catch it. He'd
Yeah.
be like, well, you win.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you talking about? He's like, that's a combo.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
And then I take it out of my deck.
Yeah, and then he's like explains like, well, now that this happened, now this
Yep.
happens, and then you get this, and now it keeps looping, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, I do know that I do like interactions where like that's not the way the game's supposed to work, but because someone else is either stealing your cards or you're stealing their cards, you're getting to do interactions that can't normally happen,
Right.
Because of the color break.
So I have that red-white deck I built that is gain control of target creature till end of turn.
Yeah.
And one of the neat things I found out when I was building that is if I then give that permanent to somebody else through like Harmless Offering or something else,
Sure.
it no longer returns to its owner at the end of turn.
Interesting.
So it's like you can't keep it yourself, but you can give it away.
Yeah. Well, that's a fun deck too. That was that commander that I wanted to build, and then it's just a little too powerful, actually.
You think so?
Yeah, it's very powerful, and it's not that much fun because you give them stuff that like they're just dead, and you
Oh,
do
you
it
mean
to
a
one
giveaway
person.
deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just give it to one person, and
Well,
they're
I
just
mean-
dead, and I don't ever think that's fun.
So in that deck, I think I have 2 or 3 ways to give it away.
Yeah,
But I just found it interesting that.
but
you
the
could
whole
do
deck isn't built around that,
No.
so it's a little harder to do, which I respect. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just have a couple ways. So for the next one, so Lore is an enchantment, 1 a green and green, enchantment aura. Enchant creatures, all creatures able to block enchanted creature do so.
Yeah. Yeah. These are good.
And again, this is not one that's going to be hard to figure out.
Yeah.
It is a little mean. So then you have any creature with Death Touch, but for our example, we'll use Moss Viper because it's 1 single green, so you can have it in this mono green deck.
Yeah.
Creature Snake 1/1 has Death Touch.
Yeah. They're all dead.
They're all dead.
They're all dead.
The whole side of the board.
That's why it's
You
not
have-
bad to have ways to tap your own creatures.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah. Which green is pretty good at.
Yeah.
Typically, you're tapping them for mana.
Yep. I can't remember the name, but I was just watching some MTG Finance like cards that are rising, and one of them is just a simple creature. It's a green creature. It says tap, untap target creature. But there's an enchantment that can go on it now that just came out that says when this creature becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to any target.
Oh, so if you just loop that, you
So
win.
you tap it.
Because
target
any
itself.
target could be players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You target itself with the untap, and then you're dealing the damage. Then you untap, and then you can.
I guess to answer your question, the weirdest thing that I remember is in my Savala deck, which is definitely combo. It's really my only combo deck. The Sylvan Safekeeper type stuff,
Yeah.
where you sack stuff to put lands back to your hand to be able to do things, to untap Salvala to keep going. Those type of combos always surprise me because it's you think you're giving something up. So when you read the card initially, you're like, why would I want to put a land back to my hand? But it's getting the mentality that if you don't win on your turn, you're just losing anyways. So you're literally giving up all your resources. You just go for the win, which is a little wild. And I've seen that go off for me multiple times, and I'm always surprised.
Yeah. The card that I was surprised the first time, so there was an equipment that says untap is the activated ability.
Yeah. I played that in Savala. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a nutty card.
Yeah.
That is just made to be broken.
And the staff, too, that also untaps.
Yep.
They're both the same thing. So I have that equipment in there, which the +2/+2 is relevant because you untap her and then she can tap for more if she's your only source of mana.
Yeah.
So it's those things always surprise the heck out of me. And then there's that one commander I play where I just wanted an X spell deck, and he taps for mana to let you cast your X spells. But then if you play that blue enchantment on him, he goes infinite.
Which one is that?
I'll look it up while you're moving on to the next segment.
Pemenzora.
Yeah.
Pemenzora.
Pemenzora.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, okay, well, I just wanted to build an X spell deck, but sure, why not? I'll go infinite.
Yeah.
It's so easy, and you're like, why didn't anyone ever make this interaction? Because I feel like, to me, that's just easy mode. I just don't think that should exist.
Right. But it's cool when you find them, but it's like, oh, cool. And like you said, then you take it out of your deck.
Well, or you're just like, this deck's really powerful, and if I run into that, it's just over.
Yeah.
Which is less fun, I think.
Yeah, no, for sure. But so the point of this was just kind of things that, like, maybe two things that you might know existed but didn't know that they work together. With Panglacial Worm, I just thought it was cool that there's a card that by Magic rules actually doesn't work.
That is very weird. I'd like to know more about that. And I also think what's interesting in all this stuff is, like, even though I've said, like, I'm not a big fan of, like, the combo type stuff, that doesn't mean that I'm like don't want to play with other people that are combo, by the way. I have no problem with that. I think if you enjoy combos, man, live your life. Like, do your thing. I don't enjoy it. It doesn't mean that I think anyone's doing anything wrong. Like, I don't think I've ever accused anyone of like
you've never
that's lame or anything. Yeah.
But it's funny you say that because many of your decks have combos.
Yeah, like just because if you build the deck right, like that card goes in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just like a creature deck, a kindred deck, and these kindred things go together.
Well, and there's been quite a few precons lately that have come with infinite combos in them.
Right.
To start.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes they're complicated and take 3 or 4 of the cards from it, but they're still there.
Yeah.
And for a precon, that's very powerful.
I mean, it can be, but, you know, if you build your deck right, too, you don't really necessarily need combos, but they're fun every time they happen. Like my new Aloy deck, it doesn't really necessarily have combos, but if it gets going, it won't stop. I'll play my whole deck.
Right.
But you could argue whether that's a combo. It's not an infinite combo. It's just you're going to lose because all my cards are synergizing. I'm drawing. I'm getting more mana. I'm untapping things. Like,
it's funny, too, that we use the term infinite combo when an infinite combo is actually against the rules. An infinite combo would be something that just keeps going.
Technically, it'd be a draw, right?
Yeah, it would kind of.
But can't you? But in infinite combos, you can choose to stop them. There are some infinite combos that don't stop.
Combos,
right?
Yes, you can stop them.
Not all of them.
The ones that don't stop are the ones that the game ends in a draw.
Correct. Yeah.
Because if you can't quantify the number of times you're going to do it, in a number that can be understood, is basically the way they word it. Then it's
and mad respect if you just draw the game. That's funny. Like, as long as the game's over and we can start a new one, the only thing I don't like is you just draw it out forever.
Right.
Yeah, but if you're just going to be like, I want to end it in a draw, here you go, combo, I think I'd laugh my head off.
My buddy Lizard had made a deck one time that the whole goal of the deck was to end in a draw.
Right. And he played it in the tournament.
Yeah, it was Hitagetsu.
So rude.
Yeah, it was Hitagetsu.
Yeah.
He played it in the CDH tournament because he thought it was funny in the tournament where everybody's like trying to win as fast as possible. He's trying to draw.
Yeah, no, that's very mean because you're just whoever happens to be playing you is getting screwed. Like,
well, if you pull it off, I mean, they have the same opportunity to stop you from drawing as they do to stop somebody else from winning.
They do, but the other people are typically trying to win, not to just draw.
Right.
It does change the parameters.
That is true.
And you enjoy combos more, but you also play a lot of counterspells, so you can interact with combos a lot easier than, say, my
combos.
decks.
I don't like. I honestly don't like winning by combo.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I like combos where you do a cool thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's mean, sometimes it's just to be cool.
Oh, yeah, because it's funny one time
to show
yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't usually like to win by combo. I hate playing Thassa's Oracle. I only play it in
when it's repetitive, when you're like, I'm going for this win.
Yeah.
Like my goal is to Craterhoof Behemoth. It's like, even though that's not a combo, it's like, that's even boring.
Yeah.
Do something else.
When they came out with Moonshaker Cavalry, people were like, yes, another way. I'm like, it's the same thing.
And I'm not going to lie, I'm playing both those cards in my elf deck because you have lots of elves and you need a win con. But, sometimes I don't go get it.
Yeah. No, and I've seen you do that. But yeah, I don't really like to win by combo. CEDH, that's kind of what you're supposed to do.
Right, that's the whole game.
Right.
Yeah.
But I did build too that deck with the red-blue guy from Lorwyn where it's 97 lands.
Okay, yes. And you had done that before, way back in the day. You'd built something like that.
Yeah, way back in the day I did it with Maelstrom Wanderer.
Yeah.
There was a combo with similar thing. You put all lands, and you put like Cloud of Fairies and Pestermite, I think were the two, and then you just win.
It's fun one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the whole point. It's like it's fun. But unfortunately, one of the people I played against had seen it just the week before.
I think my major issue isn't so much infinite combos or combos. I like combos. I think they're fun when you assemble everything together. It's the combos you can't interact with, and it's the 2-card combos. For me, it's the easy stuff. It's like, I'm going to play a bunch of tutors. I'm just going to go get the cards I want, and that's what I'm going to do every time. For me, you're not getting to learn like these, seeing different things interact together and going, oh my gosh, I can do this weird thing with these particular cards. It's different. That's why I like Planeswalkers decks and like Saga decks, because you're always doing something different. Like, yes, you're just playing Sagas. Yes, you're playing Planeswalkers, but you got to do different stuff to get them off and get them going, and you win different ways with them.
Right.
Yeah.
So. In my Lear Disciple of the Drowned deck, the Lear says I can cast instants and sorceries from my graveyard.
Right. Is that your counterspell one?
It's a
non-counterspell one?
Non-counterspell one.
Yeah. But they're actually counterspells.
Right. But there's a combo, and again, it's like what we call infinite combo, because I can loop it as many times as I want.
Right.
I've never gotten to do it because it's a 4-card combo, and unless you have tutors, you're never going to hit those 4 cards at the same time.
No. Which, if you're going to... I think that is one of the things you should let people know, is if you're playing a ton of tutors and you're a combo deck, I feel like you should tell people.
Right. And that's one of the things I don't feel like they quantify well enough in the bracket system.
Right.
They talk about specific tutors that are like game changers, but other than that...
Yeah, you could do the cheaper tutors, which aren't on the game changer list, and they do the same gross thing.
Yeah.
No, I 100% agree. I do think if you're going to play tutors and you're going to play infinite combo wins, you just need to let people know, because if I know that up front, I'm not upset about it, but I'm going to kill you. And you're going to, the unfortunate thing is, not all combo players are like this, but some are, where they're just going to whine and cry because I'm targeting them even though they have nothing. And I'm like, that's because you win out of nowhere.
Right.
So I'm just going to kill you.
Well, the telling thing too is, sometimes they'll be like, so I have combos in here, but I have no way to tutor for.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. And then Grim Monolith comes out, and you're like, I blow up your Grim Monolith. What? It doesn't do anything, but yes, but it's a major part of many combos.
Correct.
So I'm going to blow it up. And they're like, but I'm not tutoring for the other part.
No, I just want you to give me one part of my infinite mana combo. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
Don't think I'll do that.
It's like, okay, you may not tutor for it, but you get upset that if we blow up a piece. Like, we're not going to sit there and say, okay, maybe you'll win, maybe you won't.
Well, and even worse for me, because like I can blow up that piece, but I'm probably just going to kill you. Like, I'm going to send dragons at you and stuff. So.
Yeah, you're usually playing Stompy decks.
Yeah, so I'm just going to kill you, and you're going to be upset about it. And it's like, okay, well, that's fine.
Yep.
I don't care. I'm a little glad you're upset.
Yeah.
Let me collect the tears in my cup. I'll drink it later.
So a couple news notes I was going to throw in here. So they had the secret lair, the cats
Okay.
Secret Lair, not for the deck, but the
Yeah, but like weird cats like Garfield, and stuff.
Felix. Yeah.
I don't love that.
And I looked, and I really thought, like, it's kind of cool that they make Garfield cards. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
but
it's
the cards
niche.
weren't very good.
No.
Dark Ritual was about the best one.
And it's not valuable.
No. I
That-
mean,
none of the value of those drops were very good. It's like if you're a Garfield fan, hey, I'm happy for you. That's pretty cool. Or if you're a meme deck, maybe I'm happy for you.
I think it would have been much cooler to do a Garfield deck. I think that
Do
would
you
have
think
more
that
appeal.
would sell though?
Yeah, I do.
That's a lot of cards you're making in that deck.
I mean, as opposed to Spider-Man set.
Well, I mean, I think they probably sold way more Spider-Man set than they
But
would
you could
sell
do
Garfield,
one Garfield deck. I think people would buy.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think so. I think that would be a bad
I don't think it's
decision.
going to be one of their best sellers ever, but I think it would
No,
sell better.
well, because
than
you have
these.
to make 100 cards for it.
Yeah.
So your lands, you have to make special lands for it.
What's the dog's name? Ollie?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't do Garfield.
I don't remember the dog.
I know he likes lasagna.
I think it's Ollie.
Which
actually.
respect. You're probably right.
Yeah, but you just put Ollie in a field and you're like there's
Again,
plenty
though, you have to design that. You have to put Ollie in that field.
It's a sticker, basically. on the, you know what I mean?
I don't think it's quite that easy, but yeah. Well, and we have a minute here, so we can talk about for sure, like, what's going on with this Marvel set. What are your thoughts on it?
There's some really good cards in it.
Like what? I've not been super impressed yet.
Really?
No.
Oh, there's some commanders that are that kind of take what other commanders have done and like give them more powers on top
Yeah,
of it.
well, okay. That's sort of not very new, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Just make all the commanders we had before obsolete. Great.
I don't have specific ones prepared that I'm going to talk about, but I think it's overall they've had some good cards in it. I think the decks. I don't know how I feel about the decks.
I think what you're bringing up, though, is a great thing to discuss. And even if we don't have a ton of time to discuss it now, we need to add it to the discussion. Because I actually think Magic has figured out how to screw all of us. Commander was supposed to be designed a space where we could use all of our cards forever. And now you can't do that because all my cards are becoming obsolete.
Right.
Which is how they do it. They finally figured out like the way to get players to buy cards in, what do they call it when there's certain sets you can use in standard and then it flips. What do they call that? There's a term for that.
Not bracket.
Well, whatever it is, they fit us into that because what they figured out is they can set all the cards up, and I bet they're using AI to do it, and go, at what point do I need to start replacing these cards to push all these cards out and bring new cards in? So you have to go chase a road. You have to go chase these other things, so it makes you go out and buy cards. And if they do that with our commanders, now we have to build brand new decks.
Right.
And I think that's
but I did also
crappy.
see one. Everybody was talking about this new, I think it was a Sue Storm card.
Okay.
That said when when any player draws their second card, you draw a card.
Yeah.
Who's that sound like? The deck I just built.
Yeah.
But she had some other ability that wasn't related to that. But the one I built, I thought was better because it says when anybody plays their second spell, I make a 2/2 knight.
That's not better.
But you don't even know what her second ability is.
I don't care. Well, if just based on what you just told me, one of them you draw a card and one of them you get a 2/2 knight.
He has the first ability that she has,
all right.
which is when any player draws a second card, you draw a card.
He has that already.
He has that same ability.
Oh, and then he gets a knight.
Yeah, and her ability was something unrelated that wasn't that impressive.
Okay.
But everybody's talking about her. I'm like, I think the Council of Four is just better.
Well, that's what people do. Wonder what the mana cost is, because Council of Four is what?
4 mana.
Yeah,
And
maybe
she was
she's less.
I think she was 4.
All right,
and I
then
think
I
they
don't
were
know.
2 colorless and 2 hybrid or something.
And is she just blue?
No, white and blue. They're
All right.
both white blue. They're the same colors.
For me, it's like weird. Why even do that? You just made the same stupid
So
color.
now, but whichever one you're not going to use as your commander, you got to put it in your deck.
Sure.
So you can do it twice.
Just made the deck, have more resiliency,
Right.
which is important.
But so I do think it goes both ways sometimes. I think sometimes they make a card that's not quite as good, but because it's new, people latch onto it.
Oh, 100%, because they might not know about the other card.
Right. No, for sure.
Like they got this set and they're like,
I
excited.
had this card forever, and I never thought it was that good, and I built it, and you played against it. You said it's pretty strong. Mm-hmm. People tend to hate on that deck. I'm like, okay, I guess it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But it was in my collection there forever, and it just kind of got lost in the
Yeah,
shuffle.
I finally decided in our particular play group, because you guys are going to have this issue where, like, you have this where people are getting these new decks, and the decks you're playing are just outclassed because they're playing the new commanders. And I've just decided, all right, fine, I'm getting in on the fun, and I'm just willing to play Aloy and like call you more. And I fixed her up over the last week.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and old school stompy them. Like, we'll see. We'll see if these newfangled decks can hold up to the old school tracks that call you
Right.
the good old stuff.
Well, I know you've been feeling
Ur
very
Dragon.
much like the old man who's,
Well, and I was
who's
getting
like fallen
targeted.
by the wayside.
Yeah. Yeah, and getting targeted so much. Yeah, okay.
The other thing I was going to say about Marvel Superheroes,
I need to see a counselor.
It came out that there's only 150 of all versions of the Mind Stone.
No, that's what they said. That's what Magic said.
Right. I mean, they haven't outright lied about that type of stuff.
Well, but why wouldn't you put a serial number on it then?
That's a great question.
So I don't know if I believe
Wait,
them.
I thought one of them did have a serial number. I thought they had a full art one like the Spider-Man Soul Stone.
Well, even if it does, the one that you're talking about isn't serialized. And if they only made 150 of them, why wouldn't they serialize it? So there's two reasons why they might not. One, they're lying, and two, they can't control printing. So they're saying there's around 150, and they don't really have any idea how
That's
many
true.
there are.
It could be
So there could be
they tried
180, there could be 200, there could be 120.
Their
I don't
intention
think
was
they
150, but they couldn't control it to that degree to say 150 exactly.
That's the only thing it can't be. It has to be something, and that's the simplest of possible. What do they say? It's elementary, my dear Watson. So I think they just don't know.
Well, and because of that, people started speculating, was there maybe only 150 of the Soul Stone?
I feel like they would have said that.
I feel like it was pretty rare. I know one person who pulled one.
I know, but we don't know that many people.
Well, I mean at the
There
shop.
are companies that, like, I would like to hear more from, like, Card Kingdom, that I assume opens a bajillion boxes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we're all buying from that company, and they could share their open rates.
That's true.
They don't.
Yeah.
I wonder if someone creates like an EDH rec for open rates, but how would you trust it?
Yeah, you have to. It's
How
still
would you
going to be
verify?
skewed because only people that report
Yeah.
are going to be counted.
But it'd be, and you can skew the results. But it'd be cool if someone figured out how.
And just a really quick side note, just a word of warning. So one of the influencers, Ben Bateman, he used to be a pro player.
Yeah.
He wanted to see if that might be true, so he bought a bunch of collector booster boxes of Spider-Man, and with the intent of opening them, seeing how many he got, and kind of extrapolating from that.
Sure.
And he got them off Amazon, from Amazon directly.
Yeah.
They were.
Oh, this is where he's ripped off.
Yeah, he was ripped off. They were pre-opened,
It's wild.
and the rare was pulled out of all the packs.
That's
Out
crazy.
of all the collectors that he bought.
No.
That's insane that can happen.
It's
That means
so
something
hard
within
who you can trust
Amazon
these days.
warehouse.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Well, we don't know. We don't know if it had anything to do with Amazon warehouse. We don't really know.
I mean, it
if
was
happened.
Amazon direct buy.
It could have happened before it got to them. We just don't know. What we know is he got something messed up. And to be fair, we're assuming that too. We actually don't know that either. But it is weird.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's showing.
Correct. That's what I mean by it. We weren't there. We didn't watch him open it, right? So we don't really.
I mean, I saw the videos. I watched him open 2 boxes.
Right. But it's also the internet.
Yes, that's true.
I always think, sometimes I watch those open videos and I'm always like, what's to stop the guy from repacking his own pack? Right? Like, if you want the box to be a real banger, what's to stop the guy from opening all the packs, taking all the stuff out, taking 3 boxes, putting them together, putting really cool pulls in his pack, and him showing like this, oh, he got so lucky. There's nothing to stop him.
Right.
Like, so much of the internet is just not true. But trust us, we're on the internet.
Right. And our pack openings are legit.
Yes.
We don't cut away. You can see us the whole time.
We're neither smart enough nor technological enough to pull that stuff off.
If we could do stuff like that, we wouldn't have half the technical
My head
difficulties.
wouldn't be so shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so speaking of that too, before this video comes out is the pre-release for Marvel Superheroes. I will be opening a collector box So
Okay.
that will probably be posted before this. So if you're watching this and haven't seen it,
And tell them to go buy that comic book.
oh yes, so
That's pretty cool. My wife
Avengers
bought me 2 of those.
Armageddon #1 came out.
Yep.
It has all issues of it, all variants, come in a sealed poly bag, and inside is a Warstorm Surge with the Hulk and Wolverine.
From everything we understand. Obviously, we can't control what you get, but
Right.
from what we understand, that's how it works.
Right. So as long as you're buying from a reputable source, that's how it should come. There are still some available. I've looked on certain, I have an online comic book dealer that I use. I actually have to go pick up. I have one on order at a local comic shop, which I haven't picked up yet. But there are still some available. But just make sure it says new, unopened if you're buying on something like eBay or something like that, because it comes in its own poly bag, not necessarily a comic book bag. It's a sealed bag.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yep, but it's a cool card.
Don't know if it'll be worth anything, but it has potential.
I don't know either because there's a lot of variants. That's why some are still available, I think.
Yeah, my wife said there was like a $90 variant.
There's a $100 variant.
That's crazy.
I think there was a $1,000 variant. I don't
That's
know.
wild.
But yeah, it's nutty. But yeah, that is still available. And I did get my Thanos Swords to Plowshares.
Which
That was
is cool, yeah.
Yep, from the PSA.
That will probably, I imagine that will be worth something just because of how much money you had to pay to get it.
Yeah. Well, it was selling for $200 at MagicCon
Okay.
because they were there selling subscriptions and they'd give you that first issue.
Okay. Makes
And
sense.
me being me, I was tempted to even sign up for a second.
Wild, dude.
Second.
I mean, but I make fun of you, but I'm going to spend a lot on Star Trek. So.
Yeah. If they did something like that for Star Trek, you'd probably do it.
Yes.
But anyway, that's about all the time we have for today. You can find us on youtube.com/@commanderspod. You can email us, cast@commanderspod.com. You can go to our website, commanderspod.com. Patreon.com/commanderspod if you want to support us. We'd really appreciate it.
Do it.
All the podcast sites, Spotify, Audible, iHeartRadio, Apple, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, etc. And also remember that now Spotify has video podcasts as well. So
We're everywhere, dude.
video on them and YouTube. So this is our first episode without Sloan.
Yep.
So good luck to him wherever he's doing. They'll hopefully do some pop-up things for us, maybe some box openings here and there. But he's too far away for me to send boxes to him.
Right.
And I also want to thank Tim, our editor. He's been doing an awesome job.
Good job, Tim.
I apologize that we did not have some episodes the past couple of weeks. I had a family emergency I had to deal with. So thank you for hanging in there, but we should be good for a little bit now.
Yeah, it wasn't my fault. We didn't record.
Yep, for once. Was not. Nope. And as always, play bold, swing wide, don't forget to pay the one.